One Punch Man Season 3 Episode 1 caused quite a stir online on Sunday. While some fans did absolutely love the art style and the visual presentation of some of the shots in that episode, most of the negative comments from fans was due to the lack of animation. And I somewhat agree with some of the negative comments. Even though we don't know when the production of One Punch Man Season 3 began, it could have been last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we don't know that. But what we do know is that 6 years did pass since Season 2 and 3. Now, if One Punch Man was a very small IP and we still had to wait 6 years, then the fan backlash wouldn't be so bad. But because One Punch Man is this popular shonen IP and Yusuke Murata's artwork is so unbelievably goated, I think fans had a high expectation that the upcoming seasons were going to blow everyone's minds, because according to fans, Season 3 is going to be adapting some of the most hyped scenes. And because of that, I somewhat see why fans are disappointed. However, I will say this, constructive feedback is always necessary and key, but insulting and hating on others just because your anime does not look the way you want it to look, I think that's going a bit too far, and that is no good in my opinion. You have the right to be unhappy with how things are looking, just don't be a jerk about it. Like I said in the past, we just have to sit back and wait for the future of One Punch Man to deliver absolute greatness. And it looks like we may actually have some proof into that potential future quality. The official One Punch Man X accounts have officially posted One Punch Man news scenes for Season 3 Episode 2, also known as Episode 26, The Conditions of a Monster. These scenes were shared on the official One Punch Man website, and there are exactly 6 new images. The first one is this image of the boy from Season 2, who more or less befriended Garo. The last time we saw him, he was running away from Garo because he started to realize that Garo may actually be a dangerous man. I did feel awfully bad for Garo because he was not going to hurt the kid in that moment, but it does look like he is somewhat returning in this episode, and he only comes when Garo is in the episode. There is a scene in the opening theme song for Season 3 where he does make an appearance, so I wonder what all of that means. Ooh, I have no idea. I am an anime only. And speaking of Garo, we of course have this shot of Garo either wrapping the bandages on his arm or taking them off. I think in this case he's taking them off. I think he's done healing and the dude is ready to fight. But who is he going to fight? Well, there are 2 potential people. One, it could be Zombie Man, the S-Class Rank 6 hero, who is shown in this brand new shot. And mate, I love the way this scene is drawn. An X account on X made a comparison of Season 1, 2, and 3 Zombie Man, comparing his design, and dude, there is a huge improvement. While the animation is indeed lacking in Season 3, at least JC staff are making up for quality artwork. There is also this shot of Saitama and Fubuki out in a restaurant together. Ooh, is love in the air? Regardless, Garo could potentially fight one or the other. As in Season 3 Episode 1, the Monster Association tasked Garo with hunting down a hero. Speaking of the Monster Association, we do have this shot of this one monster, and this dude seems to be absolutely relaxed. But it is indeed this final shot of Royal Ripper that has absolutely blown me away. I mean, oh my goodness, look at this shot of the dude. I mean, look at him, look at the colors, look at the highlights. Even the background has some grit and texture to it. I really hope his hair is animating in this scene, because the way it's drawn, it does look like it's flowing. I hope it's not a still image. I would be absolutely gutted if it was just a PNG. It does look like JC staff are making up for cutting out the Royal Ripper scene in Season 3 Episode 1. And you know, if we do get some cool Royal Ripper action sequences in this new episode, then I will be pretty satisfied and very happy. But those are all the new scenes for Season 3 Episode 2. Now we have a new synopsis. If you don't want to read the synopsis, then skip ahead. The synopsis for Season 3 Episode 2 is of the following. Garo is recruited by a Monster Association executive and heads out into the city to hunt down a hero, but ends up running off without paying at a family restaurant. Saitama happens to be there and gives chase to the fleeing Garu, and that's how it ends the synopsis. So it does look like Garu is going to confront Saitama potentially, or maybe Saitama will confront another monster. To be honest, I have no idea, as I am an anime only. Regardless, I can't wait for this new episode, but if this episode does not move at all, then it could be another downvoted episode on IMDb. Yes, you heard me right. Season 3 episode 1 got downvoted on IMDb and became the lowest episode of the week. The episode got so many bad reviews that the rating was actually lower than the recap that came 1 week before it. Dude, that is so embarrassing and absolutely crazy. People hated the episode so much that they actually voted the recap episode higher up than the new episode. Wow, that is crazy, dude. This is what happens when you don't give shonen fans the shonen action that they so crave. There is always going to be a backlash. One Punch Man season 1, people weren't there for the story, let's be honest. People were there for the absolute quality art and animation. Episode 1, while lacking in any motion, was indeed a setup episode, given exposition after exposition so that the audience can understand what is going on. It is not a new thing in these heavy dialogue episodes for the episode to not have any fluid animation. Whenever that happens and the animation is very stiff and very basic and very simplified, that could in fact be a sign that the studio are saving up their energy and pouring it into the episodes that contain a lot of action. While that is the case, I think what made the fan go absolutely nuts was that this is episode 1 of season 3. This is the season premiere. 6 years have passed since season 2, and I think people expected some goods, get them excited and hyped up for the rest of the season. I think the studio did that in the form of the opening. The animation was actually pretty impressive in my opinion, but the fans are now used to the opening, they have rewatched it multiple times. Now it is time to actually see whether or not season 3 episode 2 will deliver the goods. And even if episode 2 doesn't have any animation, we still have 10 more episodes to go. But mate, if episode 2 did not have any animation at all, I think I would be a bit wee concerned, laddie. But who knows, we just got to wait until Sunday for the new episode to premiere. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think of these 6 new shots? My favorite, the Royal Ripper and Zombie shots. Because I mean, look at them. The visual presentation looks absolutely fantastic in my opinion. Which is your favorite? Do you like them or hate them? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more One Punch Man videos, as well as other anime news updates, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings and more. Thank you for watching. The Second Boy Dude signing out.